What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. And bruh, this episode was hype. We finally saw Trisha Stan, Spice Lady. But judging by process of elimination, I assume her original name was Spice Girls, off the band Spice Girls. Or group Spice Girls, I should say. Oh yeah, we'll talk more about her stat. I like her design, but first, like always, let me quickly talk about this week's episode the episode I aired this week for Paranoia Agent. So this one, we got another, once again, this was focused on a completely new character, and I forget her name. It was like, and she had like, I forget her real name, but I remember her, which, by the way, my tweets were actually for Paranoia were probably some of my more active tweets, the ones that caught fire, got a couple likes, got some replies on a few of them, on all of them got at least some traction. But you start the episode. I'm not gonna go do my whole review thing. I'm just gonna do the opening of the episode. But we legit start the episode with this fat otaku just fucking this chick, and you hear the your moans and everything. I'm like, bruh, well, this is one way to start an episode. I even tweeted that out. And then after the dude is done, he legit consoles his fucking anime figure, be like, oh yeah, look at me, I did so well. That elastic attack you gave me in the third round. I'm like, bruh, and she just walks off. With her tits were pixelated, which I assume that was done by Toonami, because I remember with part 4 airing with Hayato, they censored out his dick when the actual Japanese was, there was no like blurring or anything. So I'm curious about Toonami doing that. Don't know why, because I'm pretty sure you can show tits on TV. This is on Adult Swim, but whatever. But anyway, with that, yeah, we focus on this woman. She has dual personality disorder or schizophrenia, where she has her main personality, but she doesn't have well, I don't know if that's her exact diagnosis. I'm not a psychiatrist, but that's just my self-diagnosis from her. But she has some personality disorder or something, where she has herself, and she has this prostitute. She also has this prostitute personality by the name of Maria. Maria comes out with dresses, multiple hair colors, this, that, and the third, and she be getting down and dirty at night. Night. Will you please? Sorry, I had to. But so she does that, and then throughout the whole episode, it's just her just trying to figure out her with her different personalities. She gets married by this dude who she works with, and the dude, and my God, first off, this dude's proposal was fucking terrible. Like, man be out here. She asked her, later while they're working, she has he's literally just, he's on the computer, he's at his desk, on his computer. He turns his chair around to face her, he says, by the way, would you mind marrying me? That's all he says. He doesn't get on a knee. He doesn't present a ring. Nothing. He just sits there and be like, oh, hi, by the way, can you marry me? I'm like, bruh, do you call that a proposal? I tweeted that as well. Also got a couple likes on it. But anyway, so after that, I'm like, bruh. So after that, the rest of the episode's her marriage, but then her personality starts to get a little crazier, a little bit more active. She tries to throw away the personality's clothes, but she always keeps getting it back. She still works. The other personality ends up giving her actual real phone number. This as her chick starts getting crazy until the last episode when she finally starts to break. After we also focus on the kid that got hit with little slugger from the previous episodes. Goes on her. She's trying to be set free, and she gets punched or she gets hit by a little slugger. After she has this clown makeup on, after she's throwing herself on the ground because her other personalities are grabbing her by the hair. But of course, since she's fucked up in the head, she thinks she's always grabbing, when in actuality she's just moving herself. It was some shit out of fucking Fight Club. So yeah. Yeah, that's about it. So she gets hit with a little slugger, and that's pretty much where the episode ends. Great stuff. Really been digging the show. Can't wait to see more. Should be good. I've been loving the show so far, and it's just been great. This one was definitely one of the more interesting episodes because of the whole personality disorder thing. That made it a lot more interesting to watch, and man, I was still goes right. Anyway, enough of me rambling about Paranoia. Let's just jump right into this week's episode of JoJo. So we start the episode off. Start with last week, but of course with Trish, and then going after, and you got her trying to figure out, is she gonna go for the brooch, or is she just gonna hightail and run it and make it and break it for the closet? So she's standing around trying to figure out what to do. She's looking around she's I gotta get the brooch to save Jorn, to save fucking Misa and Larancha. She's trying to figure out how to get there with this thing kind of like slowly going. But then she finds out about the recliner function on the chair. And so, oh, I can use this, have it turn that, and then make it a break for the brooch. But then she realized, wait, that's crazy talk. What am I doing? I can't. She decides, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna go for the plug. But instead, she hits on the button to recline the seat back. And it's like, wait, what? What's going on? It's like my body did it on its own. Very important. Anyway, so she goes over, so after the chair starts reclining and the thing jumps right onto her, starts smashing it to pieces, she slowly makes her way over to the brooch. She's like, slow but deliberate. Like a Tai Chi master. Yeah, she's a Tai Chi master. Felt kind of funny. She's a Tai Chi master, but anyway. So she makes her way over there, but after it gets to the chair, it starts to go after her a bit. And she's like, shit. What do I do now? So then she ends up like, okay, let me hit the recliner function on the chair again. Hits the recliner on another chair, I should say. Goes there, but instead ignores her and grabs onto one of her boots because it's dripping some beer or whatever because there was like a drink on the chair that the guy smashed off. So she's trying to figure out like what to do, but then the boot kind of just comes off by itself, and now she only has one boot on. She continues walking. She's like, I don't know how that happened, but fuck it, whatever. She goes over there and she makes her way over there. She makes her way over it. And she makes her way over to the brooch. She's trying to figure out what to do next. And then she ends up hearing this voice. But then she looks behind her, and there's her stand just chilling by a chair. And also, when she used the second recline, or when she had to take her boot off, you can see another like handprint on one of the armrests on the chairs. So obviously, we know her stand is somewhere nearby. Had to get some of my drink wrong. But so she goes over there. She looks around trying to figure out what to do next. Wait. She goes over there, finds her stand. She turns around, sees her. Which I gotta say, I like the design of her stand. We find out its name is Spice Lady, Spice Girls, obviously. Don't know why they didn't go like Spice Chick. I feel like that one worked a little bit better, but that's just me. But maybe that was copyrighted too. I don't know. But anyway, so she goes over there, and so then she started to stand. She makes like, I am your essence, I've been here since you were a little girl, this, that, and the third. You know, it's like Kakyoin, where he had to stand since he was a kid. You know, and then you know, like Emerald, what was his name? Emerald, what the hell was Kakyoin's stand called? Emerald something. Whatever the hell it was. And so you had him, so you know, it's like, I've been here since you're a little girl, I'm your essence, this, that, and the third, I'm your stand. She's like, okay. So she goes over there, she's trying to figure out what to do next. And her stand is telling her, Spice Lady, go over there, grab the brooch. Grab the damn brooch. Go, because it's like you're slowly going over to the brooch. So Trish sprints over there, grabs the brooch, jumps back, and lands in the chair. And then the dude just comes flying towards her. She's like, crap, I don't know how to do this, I can't save myself. You know, yes, that and the third. So she goes over, so then she gets over there. But then she starts to like fall inside the chair, like kind of likes to move. She says that her ability makes it malleable, i.e. it turns it elastic like rubber. And funny enough, Hero Walker Season 4 ended recently, and you know, the final villain there, Gentle, his thing was all about making things like bouncy, you know, the gently trampoline, you know, that shit. But anyway, besides that, so she ends up just falling through the chair, and then and then she makes her way out, and the thing kind of punches through, but it just goes right back. And since it's flying it hits one of the chairs before flying into the wall, and the thing starts bleeding and screams out with pain. So we can obviously hurt the fucking thing. So then after that, she's trying to figure out what to do next after, you know, getting her stand thing a lot. But it ends up going right back. But then she ends up deciding she grabs the brooch and thing, and it starts to get back down. She's decided, Spicy Lady, actually, her name is actually Spicy Lady, at least the localizer, not Spice Lady, my bad. Spicy Lady tells her that just stay still and stay completely still. And she's like, fuck that noise, I got the brooch, let's move. She runs all the way over to the closet, closes the door, she's like begging Spicy Lady, like, you know, last size the door, you know, I'm begging you. She gets inside, and the thing goes and goes through a door, and it starts moving around. Trish is trying to get as far back into the door into the closet as possible, but it ends up grabbing on her like top, bra, whatever you want to call that thing that covers her tits. Now, at first, I thought he was going to rip it off and we were going to see some jiggle things in a Rocky was going to give us some fan service, you know. But apparently that's not Rocky style. Because that actually doesn't happen. That thing stays right on her. And I was like, oh, we're going to get some fan service in here. Is Rocky about to divulge a little bit into the hentai? But anyway, so it grabs onto her. She's like, oh, I'm gonna die. It's over. And Spicy Lady comes in and says, like, see, this is why I told you to stay completely still. You know, she wasn't saying like that. That's just me. But yeah. So then the thing starts to like get its way through the door, and it starts to go after her. And she's like, and then it attacks the clock, and she's like, boom, boom. Boom, boom, you know, because it's been elasticized. And sorry, you probably hear the crack of this ginger ale can. Anyway, so she's like, you know, just go boom, 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 you know. And so then she says, you know, as long as you don't exceed the speed of the second hand of the clock, you're good. And so what she ends up having to do, and so Spice Lady says that she misspoke. Instead of saying, instead of, you know, maybe not move at all, she meant to move slowly because she actually, excuse me, she grabs like this pole on top a little bit above them. She grabs the pole and slowly makes it over her way to Notorious Chase, punctures its eye, and starts to like just dig in there. And she's like, now I want to see it scream. And Spike's like just going off about like saying like, you know, being like, Pense me out or something, just die already. And she's just ranting and she's just like killing this thing. I'm like, God damn! Her staying straight savage, fam. So after she kills it into the next century, they got rid of it. Everyone thinks that they're all good, and you know that they finally got rid of it. And that's when she actually asks her what's her name, and she tells her like this is her routine. She needs to know what to call her, and she finds out that her name is indeed Spicy Lady, or if you want to go with the original Japanese, Spice Girl, which I'm assuming that's what the original name was. And so after that, she gets out of the closet, drops the little pole thing, and she's like, whoo! Finally got rid of it. Finally killed that thing. Then Butarati comes out the door and he says, Trish, walk very slow. Now at first I'm like, oh, he probably still thinks the fucker's still alive. And Trish just killed it, tells her that, and she's gonna tell him that she got rid of it, and that's done. But she's like, no, it can't. And then we also see that Abakio mentions that they're dropping altitude. They're like, we're going from like 8,000 to 6,000 or whatever they're at. I don't remember the real numbers, but they're dropping altitude fast. So then she's like, no, it can't be. And then Butarati mentions that the engines are practically being eaten, and then we see this meat, and then we see like its flesh covering over the engines, and then we just see its whole body just take up the back of the plane. This is some straight up Resident Evil type shit, some Silent Hill type shit. So and then she's like, what? And then Butarati tells her to like walk slowly, like a tiger chasing in on its prey. Be calm and deliberate. And she's like, and you know what Trish is like? Fuck it, I'ma just sprint to you! And that's what she does! She just starts sprinting to this man! And Butarati's like, what the hell are you doing, woman? Why are you sprinting? Did you not hear a word I just said? And it's like, yeah, I did. But if I just walk, I'm still gonna get caught away, so I might as well just make a break for it. Which I'm like, okay. So after she sprints over to the door, and she's like, and she tells Butarati, get in the door. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? This is awesome. So she takes Butarati, she's like, what are you talking about, woman? That's not shit. So he gets her inside the door. The door gets elastic as hell. And then afterwards you have Spicy Lady just start punching the shit out of the cockpit and chanting "Wannabe," which I actually like that one. It's actually cool that you hear it just say "wannabe" instead of just be like you know, just hear something else. It's like one word that she just kind of like stretches out throughout her whole punching schemes. "Wannabe." I actually kind of like that actually. That's actually pretty cool. So then the whole thing is elastic. Everyone's shocked. Abakio's like, what? It's like broken. And so then they start crash landing. The ship splits in two. The cockpit and the plane itself. The plane itself crashes into the ocean. And while the cockpit area is hanging up, it's pretty much working as a parachute by this point. So she has it up as a parachute. She's like, oh, a plane falls faster than a parachute or whatever. And then we think finally the fucker is dead. Surely he has to be dead. But no, of course not, because he starts growing by Abakio's hair. And he's just like, what the fuck? What is going on? I am confused. I am wondering, can you even kill this motherfucker? And Butarati mentions that I don't see any weaknesses that I can find, so fuck it. So he ends up using Zipperman, punches the living shit out of it, to send it punching the little shit out. Now I thought he was gonna put it inside one of his pocket dimensions or whatever, one of those zipper dimensions he has. Just leave it in there and just get rid of the zipper and call it a day. That could very easily be the case. But no, instead you have Trish coming in there. You have Butarati. No, first off you have Giorno starts playing, and and you get Spice just kind of wagging her finger. And I'm like, bro, this is awesome. So then she has her kind of slash it up a bit, which sends it back down to the sea, and she says, "Arrivederci." Really cool stuff. So after she gets down, when she finally gets down, and so after it lands in the water, it just starts chasing the waves. And so afterwards, then we find out that we're from the narrator. It says, "Notorious chase, the stand known that is impossible to kill, yet is forever cursed by chasing the endless waves of the sea. From the time that fishermen do exceed the waves, they will be caught. It has now become it has now been known as the bowels of Terraria, where sailors go to die." I liked it. I love the English dub narrator for JoJo. So after that, and after they finally, got rid of the stand, and everything is all good in the hood. And so when we come back, Trish and everyone is inside the turtle, and Trish is like, "We will expose the boss. We will rip off his enemy. This, that, and the third." We already know what she would say. Then we get this nice epic pose with all the guys, and the narrator mentions that a plane crash landed, Terraria, and no one knows what happened. So then we finish up the episode with the boss. The boss tells him, or the boss is looking up on his laptop trying to figure out some stuff about Trish. We find out that Trish used to live here, and he's just trying to figure out some stuff to make sure that Jordan and the other guys don't find out who he is. He finds out about this photograph that he had that Trish cherished the most from his mom, that Trish's mom, cherished the most. Because we find out that that photo was taken by the boss. He took him back. This was 15 years ago. This was back in 85. And so he's surprised at how this almost slipped her noses. They slipped his nose, excuse me. And he just breaks then Emperor Crimson breaks the that to be like, "Damn moronic sentimental trash." And then next thing this maid comes in. And the door, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, I knocked on the door, but I'm here to clean the room. Alright, I'll come back later." And then he's out, the lights are on, and it's completely empty. This was done with the help of Emperor Crimson. And so after that, and so then she's like, "Oh, wait, what was I doing here again? Oh, right, I have to clean the room." And she goes in there and cleans the room, and we end the episode with a picture of Giorno flying off into the wind. Overall, fantastic episode. This episode was awesome. Trish looks like an absolute badass here with her stand, be like, "Get in there, boots it up." That was great stuff. The stuff with the boss was interesting. I'm really interested to see where Araki's gonna go with the stuff with the boss and how that's all gonna play out. That should be fun. See what goes on there, especially when we get to Sardinia. That should be entertaining. That should be interesting what happens there with that. So, yeah, that's about it, guys. So overall, I'm going to give this episode a 9.5 out of 10, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, Flag, tell us Christian Box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time. Excuse me, I'm going to go prepare for Money in the Bank. Hooray!